English Senior. Ready? Start. Mr. Chairman, I am happy to welcome the demand for grants of the Ministry of Energy. I support the demand and while so doing would like to give a few suggestions for the consideration of the Minister. It has been made crystal clear in the policy note that it is the duty of the government to provide electricity at cheaper rates. Keeping this in view, the government has done its best during the 5-year plan periods. The government is working day and night to boost the production of electricity. The hydroelectric power generation is encouraging. There is a steady increase in the thermal power generation. Nuclear power plants are also being set up in different parts of the country. Generation of non-conventional energy has also got sufficient inputs. Ultimately, the increase in generation of power is helping in the development of industries. Today, while replying to a question, the Honorable Minister has given details about the power supply to the rural and urban areas. His reply showed great disparity in power supply between the rural and urban areas. It was glaring indeed. The life in the cities is more comfortable on account of regular power supply. It is high time that the government provided more power to the villages. Many members have already referred to the financial and other difficulties faced by the state electricity boards. The plan allocation is not sufficient for the optimum generation of power. The government spends crores of rupees for energy generation. But we have to see whether it relieves the villages from the acute shortage of power. It is very essential to take the cumulative effect of the government money spent. We have also to concentrate more on non-conventional energy sources like biogas plants, global gas plants, windmills and many hydroelectric plants. These sources of energy will provide an inputs to the integrated rural development programs. If we have to establish a socialistic pattern of society, it is imperative to know the problem of the rural masses. I hope that the Honorable Minister will do his best to boost the production of power and to supply it to the rural areas. Even after 40 years of independence, most of the villages do not have street lights. The condition of the electricity poles in the villages is very bad. Most of them are very old. There are rusted and may fall on the cuts in the villages at any time. Instead of replacing these defective poles in the villages, the department is trying to install new poles in new areas. I request the government to take effective steps to replace the old electric poles in all the villages throughout the country. It is shocking to note that most of the scheduled caste colonies, especially in the tribal areas, are in darkness. The officials and the respective electricity boards and other connected with the rural electrification have completely neglected those areas. The government should see that all the areas inhabited by the poor scheduled caste people who are very much below the poverty line are provided with electricity. As a result of frequent power cuts, a number of industries have been adversely affected. With these words, I conclude my speech. Letter from Swami and Company, Chennai to Messrs. Sundaram and Company, Madurai. Dear sirs, we thank you for your letter of the 3rd instant for supplying of 50 pieces of Royal Electric iron and rupees 120 per piece. We regret to inform you that our stock of this brand is fully exhausted and the next consignment may not be received before October. If you are in urgent need of the material, we can supply you another brand of electric iron, namely the Eagle, which we have just received. The new brand is as good as the Royal and has been manufactured by a well-known firm. We may assure you that the quality is equally good. The price is also cheaper. As this is a new brand, we shall give a trade discount of 10%, that is 2% more that we allow for the Royal brand. We hope you will carefully consider the matter and our attractive offer and send your instructions. On receipt of instructions from you, we shall arrange for immediate delivery of the goods. We regret very much that we did not check the stock before we promised you delivery of the goods and that we did not inform you also promptly of our failure to get the goods from the wholesale dealer also. We assure you that we have now taken necessary steps to see that such mistakes do not occur in future. Yours faithfully.